Hello there and welcome back to the continuation of our Phoenix Point playthrough with the Blood and Titanium DLC. What I decided we are going to do on this video is have a little bit of a fly around, do a bit more exploring on some of these local points of interest and see if we can find ourselves another scavenging site, because we are running a little bit low on materials and tech, and it would be nice if we could build up some of our bases, particularly the Phoenix Delta base that we have here. It would be nice if we could get ourselves some more food production here and possibly even get ourselves another research lab, try and increase our research rate. So we need some materials basically. So let's go around and have a look. Now then, we do have a few people who are injured, so I am inclined to run the clock just a little bit just to try and get everybody back up to full health. And we have now completed the research for Synedrion, which gives us 150 tech, so that's quite nice. Synedrion is an amalgamation of several political movements with roots in social ecology, anarcho-syndicalism, and similar belief systems. Built on a strong opposition to hierarchies, Synedrion is egalitarian and radically democratic, with decisions being made via public assembly. Despite this, certain more prominent individuals do exist, and two streams of thought have begun to crystallize. The polyphonic tendency, who believe that the origin of humanity's dysfunctional relationship with the environment lies in the hierarchies of dominance, and the terraformers, who believe in putting humans first and are less opposed to the idea of leadership. The current official goal of Synedrion is finding a way of coexisting with the new ecosystem, but that goal is being challenged from within.
Synedrion was built on a dream. A world without hierarchies, without leaders, where human beings could embrace the potential of technology without its destructive side effects. The radicals of the old world had been proven right. The status quo could not sustain itself. But what now? What was the next step? Some argued for coexistence with the Pandoran ecosystem, hoping for a peaceful solution. Others advocated putting humanity before nature and claiming the planet for themselves. Trusting in the safety of their havens, the people of Synedrion argued about the best way forward. But the Pandoravirus had little interest in their arguments, and its power was still growing.
Okay, so we are working on our next bit of research, which is the Triton autopsy. Is there anything else we would like to queue up here? We need to get Pandoran colonies done at some point soon as well. Is there anything we really need to reverse engineer? The heavy machine gun might be nice to reverse engineer as well. So I think we will go ahead and put that in the queue. And we'll also queue up the AR-50. There'll be more stuff along the way. And if that happens, we can always rejig the order if need be. So let's try and at least get everybody up to full health if we can. We are doing an area scan. One thing I forgot to check, at our second base, do we have ourselves another satellite uplink here? We do not. We probably want to get one. Can we afford it? Oh, it's expensive. I don't think it's worth us grabbing it right away. Not until we've got a couple of additional scavenging sites anyway. So that's everybody fully healed. We're still running with our two snipers here and not our current technician. We are working on the PDW after the Triton autopsy. We're going to be working on the PDW for the engineer, and then that'll allow us to build some more ammunition for it. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and explore. And we find ourselves with a Disciples of Anu Haven and the potential for a recruit, which we could afford. Just. We've got the food, although we'd be then working on a deficit. Let's go ahead and grab this soldier anyway, because now we have ourselves a berserker. And a berserker is going to come in handy for us later. I will get around to renaming more of these soldiers after our viewers. Let's move in this direction because we've got a big cluster of them all together. So we're really hoping that we're just going to find ourselves a scavenging site or something. There's another Disciples of Arnu Haven. So quite a lot of disciples in this direction. And there is the research on the Triton autopsy. Summary. Early versions of this mutation were identified on video streams in early 2027 and seen in greater numbers during the second mist of 2040. The current specimens have evolved to the extent that they are intelligent enough to use human equipment. In addition to human-like arms, they have secondary appendages with varied and specialized functions. Other body parts also reveal extraordinary variations and adaptations. We are seeing increasing numbers of these creatures, often deployed alongside Arthrons. Given their more land-based adaptation, we can infer that they are being gestated in land-based structures within the bounds of the new Mist outbreak. Sufficient intelligence to use a variety of human weapons in sniper or assault roles, plus various stealth capabilities. Offensive mutations, good night vision and perception, primary arms dexterous enough for using rifles or handguns, secondary arms with close combat capability, paralyzing or piercing. Defensive mutations include missed emission, chameleon-like evasion in response to an attack, and rapid regeneration. Mobility has an agile variant with high jumping capabilities. And their weaknesses, the Triton's thick skin provides less protection than the Arthron's chitin plating. But this actually unlocks the research for the Mercy shotgun, which would be kind of cool, but we're going to leave that for now. And let's go ahead and try and find this mission. And we have an event. This is Curiosity, Fort Niven. Our operatives have landed at a new Jericho-affiliated haven called Fort Niven. Commander Sanchez, a former engineer, is very interested in our work, and she asked many questions about Phoenix Project, including detailed specifications of our equipment. I'm just a geek about this stuff, she says. Sharing this kind of information with New Jericho may be perceived as the beginning of an alliance by other factions. Who do I want to get allied with? I'm going to evade the questions here. Now, that's New Jericho not liking us a little bit, but that's fine because I've got plans for New Jericho. Commander Sanchez is not offended, but comments on the sad lack of trust between our organizations. We really need to work on that, she says. That is fine. Let's keep looking. Come on, we've got to have a scavenging site close by. One of these is going to be a scavenging site. Now we've got ourselves a Synedrion haven there, also with somebody that we could recruit. Now this is a assault. We've got plenty of assaults at the moment. So we will leave that for now. But at least we know we've got a spare assault there should we need one. And here we are. This is what I was actually hoping for. We have ourselves a scavenging site. It's a medium threat level during the day. But we have the Forsaken. I also just noticed before this popped up, we just completed the research on, I believe, the PDW for our technician. But let's go and jump in onto this mission. This is what we wanted. Everybody's already loaded up. This is the team that I wanted to take. So let's jump straight in. So here we are on a scavenging mission with the Forsaken. Now, we'll find out a little bit more about the Forsaken as we go through this campaign, but the Forsaken are a new sub-faction that were added at the beginning of March, the same time as the DLC Blood and Titanium released, but it's part of the core game now, so you don't need the DLC in order to meet the Forsaken. They're a sub-faction of the Disciples of Arnu, who are heavily mutated. In fact, they are completely mutated, and yeah, we need to be very wary of them because they usually have a fair bit of armor. So we're going to start looking around the map, see who we can find. Instantly we get one. I'm glad I went in that direction actually. So this guy is an assault. He's got a fair bit of armor. Now it would be nice to try and take some shots at him. Let's just move this this assault sniper back around the corner because I've got my two snipers over here, and it'd be nice to get a good shot off at this guy if we can. So let's see. Lines of sight aren't brilliant here, so let's aim a little lower. We can probably aim for the leg here, the leg or the torso. We did get a hit, so that's not too bad. We've done some damage there already. Now I do have another sniper who could potentially... Can we move this sniper out of the way a little? Yes, we can. Don't want to accidentally shoot him in the back. And then let's move over this way a little bit and see if we can get another shot in. There we go. We've disabled an arm. That's going to cause some problems. And we've applied a bleed. You don't have a line of sight from there, unfortunately, because you're back round the corner. That's fine. Not going to use my heavy to engage there. Although I could if we wanted to be an absolute gamble. No, I deliberately aimed left because I didn't want to clip this wall to the right and kill our assault sniper, so it was worth a gamble. And if he comes and attacks anybody, if he has the ability to, he's probably going to attack the heavy, because I think that's the only one he can see. So in the meantime, let's start moving forwards with some of our other assaults. And we have spotted another enemy. We have a berserker over here. So we definitely want to set ourselves up with some overwatch here. Just in case he starts to head around this way.
What's our plan?
Getting a little bit hairy now. Let's move you here behind this rock. That should be a safe enough position. And you're going to overwatch in that direction. We can't do anything more, really. Well, that's not true. We could overwatch around this corner, just in case something does head this way. And let's end the turn. And there's another one over. That's another berserker. I can see he's got a hammer. That's another berserker. So most of these guys are melee, which I'm going to say is good for us at the moment. They do have pistols, though, so it obviously doesn't mean that they don't have any ranged ability. Or are they running with the shotguns there? What do they have? They've got the Disciple's hand cannon, so it is essentially a shotgun. But it's very, very close range. It does a lot of damage, but it's very, very close range. So not overly concerned about that right now. Now, can we see anybody with our assault? I'm just trying to spot where people might be.
Moving to position.
Don't know where that one that had the bleed went. It's almost like he's disappeared. Well, we can take a shot at this one. Now, it says we're not going to do a lot of damage because of the amount of armor that this thing has. But we will do some shred damage. See, being fully mutated, they have a lot of armor. Now, I might be able to get my sniper in a position to hit. Or my sniper just might be really unlucky right now. Okay, as these guys are all fairly limited in their range, let's go ahead and put our heavy up somewhere where he's got a good view of the battlefield. I know we could have gone up there and triggered the activation point. So these activation points you might see around the map with the white glow, these will restore willpower to your entire squad if you manage to get somebody into them. It's just like a little bonus objective on the battlefield. So but everyone's at full willpower at the moment, so I didn't see any point in grabbing that. So let's move you over here. Now, apparently we can see somebody. They are quite far away. Yeah, there's really no point trying to hit you from there. So I'm tempted to just keep moving forwards and hoping that nothing wants to get too intimate with us. Yeah, let's go ahead and move somebody up to this corner. Now, we've got to be careful here because this thing may well explode, actually. So I'm going to move you around this corner. Unfortunately, we're not in a great position to do a lot of damage to that guy. Let's move you here. And at least we can get some shots off. So we can do some damage now. We have started to do some damage to the torso with the armor. Damaged his gun, which is useful. Damaged the torso. Right, what have we got left? We've got both of our snipers. Neither of them are in a very good position to take a shot. So we're not going to get any shots off with you. In which case, let's just run you over in this direction for the next turn.
Here.
And I don't think there's any line of sight through that window, which is also a real shame. So let's move you here and you might be able to reach him on the next turn. And just in case he does move this way, and we do get a line of sight on him. Let's go and set up that overwatch. Okay, so he has regenerated. He did what I wanted him to, actually. He came towards us, but now we've made a nice little hole in the wall for him, which probably wasn't that useful. He's dazed our assault. He's used one of his abilities there. These two guys are right at the back of the map. See, those shotguns do a lot of damage, and I really don't want to lose too many of the resource crates on this map, because that is why we are here. Looks like we can still take a shot with this assault. Let's keep doing that. Let's keep weakening that armor up where we can. Especially here, because we get a double shot. I think all of the bullets finding their target. That's really good for us. Now then, let's see if we can get a better shot with our sniper here, especially because he's not moving now and there's no wall behind him. Doesn't look like we can get a kill shot anywhere, so let's go for the head. Disabled the head, -3 will, and is bleeding. We might even be able to finish him off with the pistol. No, chances are the pistol's going to miss, unless we aim for the torso. Disabled the torso, there's another bleed. That will probably be enough to finish him off. Great. This assault we can actually move, so I'm just going to bring him around here into what I'm going to call safety, but it probably isn't. So I'm quite happy for you to just die from the bleed. Now then, these guys are miles apart, but if I aim here, you know, both of them are in the reticule. We might even hit one of them, so I think we just actually went right in the middle of the two of them. That was unfortunate. So we've now alerted them. They may come towards us. That could actually be beneficial for us here. Going to move my sniper forwards in the hope that we can shoot at least one of them. Not you. Okay, so we can see you. We cannot see much of you. And I don't think we're really going to hit you from there, so I'm just going to move you forwards. And then we have one more assault who I think we need to start getting brave here. Now, there may still be more of them on the map. I don't think there are, but you never know. Right, let's end the turn. So you die from the bleed damage. Excellent. You're going to finish off that crate of... Oh, no. We might be able to save it. No, you're going to take it out, aren't you? Very unfortunate. So we've lost one container. Right, okay. Plans for this turn. We are going to use our heavy to make a hole in this wall if we can. There we go. And we now have some sight lines. Let's get back down here. Put our sniper in a slightly better spot. The cover doesn't really matter with these guys because, like I said, they are melee or they're very long range with that shotgun. That was a solid hit. Now, unfortunately, my other sniper's too far back to be able to hit. That's your pistol. Yeah, you're not going to be able to hit with the sniper rifle on this turn. Actually, you might be. If this connects from this range, it would be incredibly lucky. And that gas canister is in the way, but let's gamble. Excellent, we disabled the arm and we got a bleed. That is better than I hoped for. Let's run forwards with this assault. Yep, I think the other one that was that had the bleed may have just left the map.
Making haste.
So they can do that, they can flee. And we've got you. Now, let's not stand next to anything that can explode. This does give us a little cover. And let's go ahead and place a nice wide overwatch here. In case one of those comes towards us. And what about you? Actually, I don't think we need the cover. Those shotguns are incredibly inaccurate. Right. They may just well go for the tech that's here. You are firing at me with the shotgun. We do get a reaction fire. Ow, that hurt. And we get a return fire as well. So the first shot we took was from the overwatch. The second shot was the reaction fire for being shot at. Now you're running over to me. And luckily that second shot missed. We do get another return fire. So took some more of the armor down. Okay, so you're not in great shape. So let's go ahead and heal you up. And things aren't actually terrible at this point. I mean, you're going to have problems with willpower, but let's go ahead and we might as well take some shots here. Further damaging the gun. Okay, let's try and use our snipers where we can.
Channel open.
So we can't get much further forwards.
Let's do this.
And it's the one at the back that I'm more concerned about right now. But at least that's one of them down. Now we do have our heavy. Heavy is still on the roof. Where are you, heavy? Oh, you're now heavy assault. There we go. Don't really want to move you closer, but I think from here we can probably take that section of wall out. There we go. So you're not in cover anymore. Of course, this is a bit of a problem for this guy who doesn't even have enough willpower to run right now. So we're really going to have to give him a new target. So we'll move forwards with our sniper first.
Preparing to fire.
We do have line of sight. Not great. And we missed. Okay, that worries me. Now I'm concerned. I'm going to start dashing forwards here.
No rest for the wicked.
Because I want to be able to do some significant damage to that guy. So let's move you here. That still should be enough for you to throw a grenade.
Here goes.
Good amount of damage to the armor. I'm just trying to give him more targets. That's my plan right here. Give him potentially more targets to shoot at.
Moving now.
It might not end well for us, but
let's try this.
all fingers are crossed. Right, we don't have anybody else who can take a shot. Right, this is where we are hoping and praying. He's healed up a little bit. That's good because that uses up some of his movement. Right, and he's actually dazed both of us. That's good. You know, he hasn't caused us any damage.
Receiving loud and clear.
So I'm going to move around to the side of him
Do this.
and shoot him from the rear. And we're going to try and remove some of his armor without accidentally shooting our assault who's standing behind him. And now we're going to use our snipers to try and finish him off. Try and get a good line of sight without hitting these exploding barrels.
Acquiring target.
There we go, disabled the arm. Although that was the left arm, so I think he can still fire. And where is our other sniper? Yeah, our other sniper's not in a good position to hit him. And I just misclicked completely there. Which I did not mean to do. So I can't do a lot about that. Now then, my heavy.
I'm here. Ready to fire.
We could take a safe shot. And by a safe shot, I mean I'm not going to hit any of my own men here. We could hit this thing and blow it up, but let's take that gamble. Oh, and it was just slightly wide. That would have been great for us had it have hit. Well, we don't have anything left that we can do. Let's end the turn here. Now he's going to try and recover. He's managed to re-enable his arm. And, oh, that melee hit, that hurt.
Seriously injured and
Okay, that hurt a lot. So now we need to take this guy out.
heading out.
So let's go for the torso because it has the least armor. And finally he's down. Well, that could have gone better, but it also could have gone a lot worse. We didn't lose anybody, which is the main thing. So sorry, Mark, you take another knock there, but we also get 3 level ups. And we only lost a single crate. There we go. We recovered 100 tech, 200 materials, and 400 food. I'm not unhappy with that. We got ourselves some of those Nurgle's Wrath hand cannons. We also got an Iron Fury handgun magazine, and we got another Cyclops SR7 mag, which is very, very nice. And we've got ourselves some more research now. Yeah, so we can backwards... you can say backwards engineer instead of reverse engineer. We can reverse engineer Nurgle's Wrath. We're now working on the Defender. Let's go ahead and do our level ups before we end this video. So here we have Justin, who is an assault. So let's go ahead and dual class. Although the bonus healing is nice, but let's dual class. And we will go... I do like a assault sniper, just so that you can have the extreme focus and the quick aim. It's a brilliant combination, I think. And we've got a sniper who we're going to give quick aim to. And we also have another Justin. We've got two Justins here. We do have two Justins. You're another sniper. And we are going to dual class you with the assault. And we do that because having dash and return fire on a sniper is also brilliant. And you are our technician. Yet we know that you have a non-proficiency issue because we've got you using an assault rifle until we reverse engineer the PDW, which we're currently working on, and then we can make the ammo. So we do have a slight food deficit per turn now because we picked up that Berserker from the Disciples of Anu, but that is okay. But that is another mission complete. Mark here is very, very hurt. So we definitely need to pop back to base, even if we just drop Mark off and pick up somebody else to bring with us, which we can go ahead and do that. Who do we have? Our Berserker, which base are you at? You are actually at Phoenix Point. So Mark, until you heal up, let's go ahead and let you chill out for a little bit, and we will pick up our Berserker, and that way we can get some experience on him. So there we are. We have now well, we haven't encountered the Pure yet. We've had a mission for the Pure, but we've not encountered them in a scavenging site. I'm hoping we'll get one of those next. And we've had our first encounter with the Forsaken. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you are still enjoying our Phoenix Point playthrough. We will see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.